This is a meditation on moving from feeling like you're only existing and into a place where you feel like you're really living. In this meditation, I'm going to walk you through a heart-centered meditation where you can connect on a deep level with your sense of what it's like for you to feel like you're really living. When you practice finding this feeling of really living in meditation, you'll be better equipped to remember how you found the feelings before and use those tools when you're in a situation or if you're feeling like you're only existing. And you're the only one who can do this work. I'm your guide, and it's up to you to connect with this feeling of really living and what it means to you. In this meditation, first we're going to connect with the heart, then we're going to find the feeling of really living. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into that feeling of what it was like to only exist, or what that sensation felt like. And then we're going to shift back to really living. And we're going to do this so that you can actually have an experience to pull from, to remember how did you move out of only existing and back to really living. I think it's really important to find that sensation first of really living and then go to the only existing so that you can come back. And the more you practice this, the better you're going to get at shifting in real life. Now, sometimes you're not going to do it, and that's okay. Go out, screw it up, because every time you do so, you're going to get closer to making sense of yourself. So we're going to start by noticing the breath. Becoming aware that you're breathing. Just relax as you come into your breath. Perhaps you want to imagine you're meditating with me or with a group of people. And if you do, that's okay. Just imagine we're all sitting together as you settle into your meditation posture. Lifting through the heart, lengthening your spine, relaxing your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Relax your feet, legs, belly, ribs, chest, throat, jaw, face, eyes, forehead, and scalp as you come deeper and deeper into this centered present moment awareness. Just noticing your breath. Maybe there are pauses at the beginning or end. Maybe one is longer. Maybe your in-breath is longer than your out-breath. Just notice as you come deeper and deeper into this awareness. Just feeling your breath as the breath comes in and the breath moves out. Would it be okay if you started to notice the heartbeat? If you want, you can place your hand on your heart, or you can even just put some fingertips there. And you can also find your pulse, which is the echo of the heartbeat. The idea is to become more aware of your heartbeat, feeling its place inside of your body, connecting with the physical heart, emotional heart, and perhaps the energetic or spiritual heart. And just continue to increase this awareness and this sensitivity to your heart. As your breath deepens, just noticing. I'm going to invite you to wonder about the sensations you get from your heart when you look to your heart with love. Or perhaps even today you can look at your heart from the perspective of really living. What happens with that feeling? Does it rise up? Does it expand? Perhaps it twists and twirls and it's full of excitement. We're looking for what it is to really live for you. And I just want you to notice, I first invited you to look to your heart with love. And then I said, well, what if we look to the heart from the perspective of really living? Does that change? So I want to invite you to notice if there was a difference there. Is there a difference between love and really living? For me, there are different sensations, so I'm wondering if that's the same for you. Taking that long, smooth breath in and that long, smooth breath out. Now I'm going to invite you to shift into a conscious, intentional breath. So you can choose for yourself, but I want to invite you to have a balanced breath. So if you're connected to your heartbeat or you can feel your pulse, I'm going to invite you to breathe in for 4, 6, or 8 beats, and then breathe out for 4, 6, or 8 beats. What this does is it helps you connect to your heart on an even deeper level. Breathing in and breathing out. The next step will be, I'm going to invite you to imagine breathing in and out of your heart as if your heart is literally breathing. You may even want to look at it as you breathe in and out of the heart as if your heart is really living. What happens when we change those words? Really connecting to the heart. And we've already started investigating that sensation of really living, or that feeling of really living. But I want to take it a step further, and I'm going to invite you to reflect on a moment or stream of moments in the last day, week, or month, maybe a little bit further if you need to look that far back. Just reflect back, opening your heart, opening your awareness to a moment where you felt like you were really living. Feeling this deeply in the heart, remembering to imagine breathing in and out of the heart with that long, smooth breath coming in and that long, smooth breath coming out. Remembering that moment of really living. Letting the event or the situation just kind of bubble up from your heart. Perhaps something's come across your mind and you thought, oh, maybe that wasn't it. But I'm going to invite you to stick with what first came up. What was it about that moment that was really living? What is your heart trying to show you about that moment and what it means to really live? Breathing in and out of the heart center, noticing what it feels like inside of your body. Just continuing with that long, slow breath moving in and that long, slow breath moving out. And perhaps even noticing if your breath changed as you were pondering this idea of really living. Now, if you've got that moment, I'm going to invite you to join me in this next moment where we're going to check in and see if you have a moment where it felt like you were only existing and it led to really living. Or maybe you just have a moment where you feel like you were only existing and there's this place of really living that you want to get to, but you're not making the connection yet of how that only existing may have led to that really living moment. We're just going to look with curiosity. So I want you to find that moment. What was it like to only exist? When did that feeling show up, or that sensation that you were only existing? Was it a particular moment? Maybe it's something that happened over a period of time. At what point did you decide that you were only living or only existing, not really living? But now I'm going to invite you to wonder and just be curious. Was there a moment where something happened for you to know that you needed to do something about only existing? And when did it start to shift? What happened? What happened next so that you could start shifting to finding that sense of really living? What did you do to find it? Was it just waiting? Was there something specific you did? What was it? And how did you know you shifted? How did you know that you found that sensation of really living? What changed? Was there a big difference? Was it a perspective shift? Was it something different? Or just looking, just wondering? And I'm wondering, might you be able to be grateful that you felt like you were only existing and went looking for a way to really live? Is it possible to be grateful for that sensation of only living? Just really breathing in and out of the heart, wondering if perhaps really living involves moments of only existing. I'm going to invite you to shift the tone just a little bit into appreciation. And I'm going to invite you to ask your heart, why might you appreciate both sensations of only existing and of really living? Letting your heart provide the answer. Will it rise? Will it radiate? Will it be quiet? Will it be loud? What is your heart saying about this? Feeling your awareness, your sensitivity, your focus as that breath moves into your heart And that breath moves out of your heart as you reflect on the question, why might I appreciate that sensation of only existing, and also that feeling of really living? Really feeling that answer flowing through that place in your heart. Why do you appreciate the gift of really living that the feeling of only existing inspired you to find? Sustaining that long, smooth breath moving into the heart and that long, smooth breath moving out from the heart. And some of you may have imagined that we're sitting together, or there's a group of us. And I'm going to invite you to invite, if you haven't done that already, if you haven't visualized or felt, I'm going to invite you to invite other people into this circle with us. Perhaps they're people in your lives. Maybe you're someone who has spirit guides. Invite all. We just want to invite them into this feeling of really living, perhaps of only existing, but ultimately this sensation of connection. So it's just you and these people sitting in this bond of love and this sensation of really existing, of really living. And somehow everyone in this circle has their hands on their heart, and they can feel your love flowing from your heart to theirs, and you can feel their love flowing from their heart to yours, as if we're all sharing the same one heart. And I'm going to invite you to ask your heart, why is it that you appreciate these people so much? And why do you appreciate them so much? Feeling this awareness, your breath, this appreciation, this presence flowing through the heart as the breath comes in and the breath moves out. And I'm going to invite you to open your heart, open your awareness to the rest of your day and into the night, and observe, how are you going to show up for yourself? How are you going to show up for the people you love the most? And how are you going to show up for others? Now that you have such a deep connection to the power of your heart, the power of appreciation, the power of only existing, the power of really living, I invite you to carry it forward in your heart, in your breath, in your thoughts, in your speech, and carry it forward in your actions. Take a few breaths to come out of your meditation and enjoy the rest of your day or night.